Well, here we are at the end of another week. Again, not a whole lot of progress this week. Not that you'll see anyway. There has been progress, but mostly in painting and stuff like that. So you're not going to actually see massive steps forward. I've basically put fill, painted the fill on the two upper ailerons and the elevator trim tab. So they're the fill I use is a dark colour. The colour I'm painting the aeroplane is a light colour. So I have to paint another coat of fill over the top of the dark coloured fill, so that it doesn't try and influence the light coloured finish coat on the aeroplane, which is a bit of a bugger. It basically means that I have to apply one extra coat. I could put the actual finishing colour directly onto the dark coloured fill, but it's not going to look right. It's going to be all over the place, as a matter of fact. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. The ailerons are in the paint shop right now, the two upper ailerons, and they're ready for their final coat of filler. Out here in the workshop, I haven't progressed a great deal on these components either. We'll just lower you down a little bit. Here's the lower wings, the two lower wings. Go a little bit further. Yeah, the wingtip, as I explained in the last episode, the wingtips are beautiful. They're lined up here with the trailing edge of the aileron. The gap down here is pretty much perfect. Just thought I'd show you this week's little gem or trick. Where are we? When you build an aeroplane, you use a lot of string lines. Things have to be in alignment. Well, certainly to look as they should anyway. To do that, to achieve that, I use simple dental floss. I don't normally use this one. This is the flat ribbony type one. But I do use the regular round type of dental floss, because the dental floss gives a beautiful fine line, unlike a bit of string from the hardware store sort of thing. And let's have a look at it. And you can pull it as tight as you like. It won't break. Yeah, so I can put it here. Believe it or not, it lines up. The whole wing's lined up really well with it. The aileron lines up with the fixed part of the wing and with the wingtip. It's beautiful. That's the tip for today. Yeah, dental floss. The answer to most of your questions that you haven't thought to ask yet. Moving right along, these bungs turned up. We'll go back down again now. Yeah, these bungs. See, this one's bigger than this one. These are 1-inch ones, and I thought I can do a bit better than that, and so I bought 30mm ones, which is a bit bigger than 1 inch, and they're pretty ordinary, I must admit. These are fairly poorly made. They're not real flat. They'll do the job, of course. They'll seal, they'll seal in there. They'll stay in. They'll sort of more or less look right, but they're daggy. I reckon I could have taken a pair of scissors and a piece of rubber and made better ones myself. Then these are nice. These ones, the 1-inch ones, are well made, but these are not. These are like poor. So I'm going to use them, but I may very well buy new 30mm ones from somewhere else sometime in the future. But I just thought I'd show you. But not all four, or actually all three. The fourth one's hasn't been installed yet. The wing's in the... Well, there's the wing over there, over by the hangar doors. That I can't fit that wing tip because it's in the rollover stand for painting. And yeah, I just can't I can't install the wingtip until after it comes out of the rollover stand. And as I explained last week, one of those was a rollover stand on each end of that wing, and I can't install. What I want to do is I want to take one of those rollover stands and attach it to this piece of plywood that's bolted onto the firewall. Yeah. So the rollover stand will bolt on here somewhere, and then I'll be able to roll the fuselage on its side and roll it over to the other side. It doesn't need to go full rotisserie, it just needs to go to one side and then across to the other side so that I can install the fabric. Of course, once the rollover stand goes on, I'll then take the undercarriage off, wherever we are, over here somewhere. I can take the undercarriage off and put the fabric on the undercarriage. I've got some balsa to round the leading edge of the strut, but there'll be fabric covers this whole portion here. It'll look pretty reasonable, I think. Matter of fact, I think it'll look really, really good. So that's more or less what I am up to and what I've been up to. Like I say, it's not very exciting. We're in the non-exciting stage now. The next exciting stage will come, well, I guess, when I start covering the wings, these lower wings and ailerons. That should be a little bit more exciting. And certainly when I start covering the fuselage, that will definitely be exciting, I guarantee that. Then the really exciting part will be when it all goes back together again. That'll be extremely exciting. But anyway, that's it. I hope you have a good weekend. That weather's getting, well, except for Queensland. Queensland's getting, especially the southeastern corner of Queensland, is getting busted at the moment with a cyclone, but which is something they don't usually have to put up with. But apart from those guys, everybody else around should be getting into better weather. It certainly is in Australia. The temperatures are down usually below the mid-30s now, which is a good thing. Otherwise you start to cook if it starts getting up around the 40-degree mark. And in the northern hemisphere you should be starting to, well, at least thaw out a little bit anyway. But that's it. That's where I'm up to. There's you might have noticed when we swung past before, there's the elevators there. Elevators are not, they're ready for the fill, the eco-fill. I don't think I'll do them today. I might. We'll see how we go. But they've been washed. They get washed in a degreaser detergent combination called Eco Clean or something like that. And that process has been done. I did that this morning, and they've been sitting on that sawhorse to dry out a bit. So they could be they could be painted this afternoon if I wanted to. But anyway, that's it. We're progressing at glacial pace, admittedly, but at least we're going frontwards. So have a good weekend. Enjoy whatever you get up to. Try and get off the ground if you can. And yeah, have a good weekend. Bye now.